She's not here yet. Okay, now she's here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning now. Why not smiling? How are you doing? Welcome to the LinkedIn Local Carnival. It's a pleasure to see your beautiful faces and your handsome faces. Please, you can sit. Please sit down. Thank you. Okay, so as you all know, my name is Gracious Benedict, also known as the Global Gracious, the convener for LinkedIn Local Carnival. I want to especially welcome you all to LinkedIn Local Carnival 3.0. First of all, I want you to look around this room for a moment. Just look around. Look around for a moment. Yes. Every person here carries potential. Every person here carries value. Every person here is a connection away from an opportunity that could change someone's life forever. And that is why LinkedIn Local Carnival exists every year. The vision for LinkedIn Local Carnival started from a simple conversation. Every time, whenever I attended speaking engagements or I was invited to speak and I introduced myself as a LinkedIn growth expert, I hear the common question from students and young professionals like you. What is LinkedIn? What is LinkedIn all about? I have the app on my phone, but I don't know how to use it. How does it even work? And all those kind of questions. And it made me realize something very important. Many students, professionals, entrepreneurs, and business owners already have free access to platforms that can transform their careers, their businesses, their visibility, and opportunities globally. But they lack what? They lack the knowledge. Some of you have the platform on your phone, but you do not know how to use it. I am one person that started using the platform right from my 100 level, and I can tell you for a fact that it has helped me connect with people that I couldn't ordinarily meet here in the city of Calabar. I've connected with people from Canada, from the United States, from Ghana, from South Africa. Why? Because I positioned myself on a platform, a professional platform that gives opportunities like LinkedIn. Many people here are talented, but you are hidden. Many people have the skills but lack visibility. Many people have potentials but don't know how to position themselves in the global market. And I strongly believe that in today's world, opportunities no longer go to the most qualified people, they go to the most visible and strategically positioned people. And who are the most visible and strategically positioned people? Those that position themselves on the social media platform. That realization gave birth to online trainings. I started online. Gave birth to awareness sessions, and eventually this year the physical gathering called what? LinkedIn Local Carnival. It's a platform created to create awareness, educate, empower, and build people who can confidently leverage professional platforms like LinkedIn to access opportunities beyond their physical environment. Because what? Your location should not limit your visibility. Your environment should not limit your opportunities, and your background should not stop your growth. That is why the theme for this year is from local to global. Every global success story starts from someone's locality. Today is not just about listening to speakers. It's about learning. It is about positioning. It is about visibility. It is about networking, and it is about growth. So I encourage every one of you here, sit tight, relax, learn intentionally, ask questions, very important. Connect with people and network strategically, because the next person sitting beside you may be your next collaborator, it may be your next employer, it may be your next business partner, or the key to your next life-changing career opportunity. So ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you once again to LinkedIn Local Carnival 3.0 with a theme from local to global. I remain your host, Gracious Benedict. Thank you.
Wow. And what she said is the truth. I remember my birthday. They posted my picture online. And my roommate's friend from secondary school was like, oh, this girl is fine, give her my number. We chatted twice. And that was how I got connected to one of the biggest gigs I've had yet in terms of the remuneration. So yes, the person sitting close to you might just be your one less connection to a big breakthrough. And so it's a pleasure to be here. Alright, so now we're going to be going to our first session today, and I'm particularly excited. When you come to Calabar, one big thing about Calabar is that we like cars, courtesy, they're new, right? And so when we say from local to Calabar, sometimes from local to global, sometimes it feels like it's a call for us to transform ourselves beyond the level of authenticity to a place where we now have to look like a certain group of individuals. Let's say the Westerns, people from the UK. Like, it should be the standard for what global looks like. But the beauty of it is actually not losing touch with who we are, but still being positioned for global relevance. I'm saying this particular thing because when I met with the person who is going to be anchoring this session today, one key thing that struck me about his personality is the authenticity to it. Not too much drama, nothing, just you interacting with someone real. And that's what we're about to have right now. So, taking the place of Mr. Amani Kanu, we will be having Mr. Basi Achebo Michael, who is a practical builder, driving innovation across complex technology and data systems. He is currently finalizing a master's in computer science with a specialization in big data at the University of Calabar, where he also earned his degree in electronic and computer technology and dual academic path. This dual academic path allows him to bridge the gap between technical architecture and the everyday needs of the modern researcher. His professional journey is defined by roles at premier national and international organizations, including the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN, the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, the National Population Commission, NPC, and InterSwitch. His continental experience includes work from Cicada in Ethiopia, and he currently serves as a system analyst for the University of Education and Entrepreneurship at Kampala. Beyond his technical roles, Basi is a powerhouse in the Cross River State tech ecosystem. As a co-founder of the Calabar Tech Community and Web3 Calabar, he leads a combined network of over 2,000 members and organizes the yearly Calabar Tech Conference. A dedicated mentor, he serves as the product management lead for the federal government 3 Million Tech Talent 3MTT program under the Bureau of Calabar. To date, his leadership has helped over 213 individuals secure their first roles in global tech economy. As a facilitator, Basi conducts high-impact sessions on using AI for academic research. AI, the Center for Human Dignity Advocacy and Concern, University of Calabar. He mentors lectures on moving beyond theory to solve real-world research problems using artificial intelligence. He is here to inspire you to become a global titan from a secondary city like Calabar. With a standing ovation and a clapping ovation, let's do all to welcome Mr. Basi Michael Achebo. Please come on. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. I'm just saying, wow. Who are they reading those words for? It's nice to have you here. Is someone excited to be here?
Yes, sir.
It's someone excited to be here?
Yes, sir.
I'm excited to be here. This is my first time from local to global. But from what I've been seeing online, it has been an impactful session. Has anybody been at this event before now? Do we have any returnees? Okay. So she has already given her testimony. I hope at the end of this session, I can inspire you to go beyond what you thought is possible. So thank you very much. I want to use this opportunity to thank Mr. Amani Kanu, founder Calabar Tech Community, for this opportunity to represent him at this event. He says his warm regards from Lagos. He's particularly engaged, that's why he can't be here, so I'm standing in for him. Mr. Amani Kanu is a solution architect with MOX, a South Korean company, so he has been going global from the city of Calabar. He started his journey in this very same city. He's a community builder, founder of Decagon Deaf Community, also founder of Calabar Tech Community. He's a tech advocate. He's famously known as the tech evangelist. He moves around preaching the gospel of tech. So instead, I am coming to continue that gospel. Clap hand for him. So we are looking at building a tech-driven ecosystem that attracts global opportunities. Building a tech-driven solution that attracts global opportunities, from local problems to global impacts, from local problems to global impacts. The very best thing I want you to know is you can start from where you are. You can do what? You can do what? Are you a writer? You don't need to go to Lagos. You can start from where? Start from where? Start from where? You are right here in Calabar. You can start here. You can be in 8 miles. You can start from 8 miles. You can be in Ekobasi. You can start from where? From there. You don't need any special tech. All you need is to show up every single what? Day. I have seen countless stories of people that started and made it from this city. I'm not talking of from Lagos, from Calabar. I'll be sharing some of their stories. All you have to do is you need a skill and you need a real problem you are passionate about. So if you have a skill, let me give you an instance. Let's take a writer and you decide to be a generic writer. Your voice will be lost in the noise. We've heard about Chiamanda, right? Adichie. She's renowned because she writes stories about Nigeria, about Africa. She's taught in the US, but we remember her because of the niche she decides to focus on. I had a friend that created an app that was like 10 years ago for children. But this particular app is unique because it tells only African stories, bedtime stories, cultural stories. After 1 year of building the app, investors approached him with $1 million to sell the app to them, and he declined the offer. What I'm saying is that skill you have, find a way to localize the solution you are preferring. Same year, we have a Kemini Pius, he's a writer, and he has won numerous awards, Cambridge, Oxford, from the state government. While still a student at Unica, but he's graduated now, right? But while he was a student, he was writing Africa stories. When they say submit something for an essay, he writes about the local community from this point. He doesn't try to sound like an American. He is authentically an African. Why am I saying this? Most of us, when we are thinking about global, we are thinking about being like that star abroad we admire. Maybe you admire Alex Amosi, you are thinking about building a solution or sounding like him. Or maybe you admire a talent in Lagos, in Abuja. You want to build a solution for Lagos, you want to build a solution for Abuja. I'm saying build a solution, localize that word, solution. And when you localize it, it differentiates you. The first thing I'll talk about is you must have a big idea. You must have a what? You must have a what? If you have a small idea, it wouldn't inspire you to wake up at night. Is someone with me? If you have a small problem, do you think about it? Let's say you need transport to go from your house to your friend's house and you don't have transport. Will you think about such a problem? Let's say you have an interview maybe from Calabar to Abuja and you know you are super qualified for that role, but you don't have money. Will you sleep at night? Why? Because it's a big word. Now, let's continue under that train of thought. Let's say you are thinking of going global, right? But because you are going global because Cynthia, your friend, is going global, you want to be like Cynthia, but you don't have the drive. The easiest thing in this world is to learn a skill. Is to learn a what? Ask all those that have gotten global jobs. The next hardest thing is to open a YouTube or a LinkedIn account and show up consistently on what? On LinkedIn. Now, the hardest part of the skill journey is getting a job. Is getting a what? A job. By the time you see your 50th rejection letter, if your dream is not big enough, you will do what? You will give up. You will do what? I remember when I used to apply for jobs, I was optimistic about saying rejection letters. Like, it's telling me that, okay, I'm doing something, right? When I wake up, I'm saying, how many did I get for today? Because I'm optimistic. Because if you are not getting rejection letter, guess what you are not also not getting? Acceptance offer. Is your idea big enough? What is unique about what you are what? Offering the world? I can be a graphic designer, you can be a what? Graphics designer. But if I say I'm a graphic designer that tells the African story, do you think people will resonate with that idea? If I say I'm a designer that helps African brands sell their story, do you think Africans will resonate with that idea? If I say, oh, I bring the local perspective into your visuals, do you think you will resonate with that perspective? You have to find a dream, right? A dream that your skill becomes a tool to help you actualize that what? That dream. You must have a big idea. If it's a small idea, go back to sleep. It won't keep you awake at what? At night. If the idea is big enough, you can't sleep. No need for alarm. I'm telling you, for free. You cannot what? Sleep. There is the kind of idea you have, it powers you to work 16 hours. You are not on caffeine, you are not on anything. You are doing what? You are working. Because the idea is massive. You must have a problem. You want the what? Solve. But that problem must be a big what? Problem. The next thing you do after having a problem for that your big idea is you must validate. You must do what? You must find out, this problem I want to solve, does the market care about it? Does the market do what? Let's take you are writing, into writing, and you are in a niche that nobody cares about. Will you make money? No matter how you package yourself, you will not what? Inside writing, there is what? Inside graphic design, there is what? Inside digital marketing, there is what? But if you don't position yourself accurately, or you validate that idea, when you post about that your idea, I help so and so. After like 2 months, are people knocking at your door? Right? In product management, we say build an MVP. Build a what? MVP. An MVP means minimum viable products. But in this instance, I won't say build an MVP, I would say build a portfolio. Build a what? Build a what? You imagine if all things were equal, like you've achieved your dream, your ideal client has come to you. What's your name, man? And says, covenant, I'm offering you so amount to build for me, to design for me, to write for me. What kind of job will that be? You go ahead and create a story. You write on it, you design on it, you build a product on it. So that when they come, you have something to what? To show. So many people say they want a job, but when they meet someone that can offer them a job, they don't have a proof that they can do that work. It's not like they cannot do the work. They've taken courses, they've taken classes, but they have no what? Proof. You will think about who is my ideal client. Then you build something, ideally 1 to 3. prototypes that you can show and say, this is what I'm capable of what? Doing. Now, when you've built it, I don't know if all of us here are Christians. Are we all Christians? I want to use a Bible story, right? When Jesus was talking about light in Matthew 16, he says, in John 16, he says, you will not put your light under the bushel, right? So when you finish building, do you keep that work in the app you used to build? Guess what you should do? Take what you built and show it to the world. And do what? When last did you show the world that stuff you built? That dirty design you created? That rubbish writing you wrote? When last? In your head, you might be thinking it's rubbish, right? In somebody's head, they are thinking that's next level. True or false? And that's how so many persons got their first gift. That's how so many persons did what? Opportunities come in mysterious what? Ways. So you have a problem, you validate, you have an MVP, that is a mini solution or a portfolio you've created, then you share it with the what? With the world. So let's run back. Find a problem people care about. Find a problem people do what? Let me give you an instance. We all know about the Money Point saga, right? Sometime between 2012 and 2014, banks decided that there is need to deliver solutions to underserved communities in Nigeria. That means communities that you couldn't go and build a bank in it, but they have need for these banking systems, this to utilize to send money, to receive money. So they came about this idea of agent what? Banking, that we now know as the point of sales service through the POS machine, right? As at 2012, that was a revolutionary idea. It was unheard of. Bank that you will queue for, ATMs that you will what? Queue for. The idea that you will have a bank in your shop was revolutionary. And someone that was working in InterSwitch keyed into the vision. His name is Mr. Tosin. He was imagining a world where all the machines they used is powered by him. He got to work. He did what? The company he created was Money Point, and 80% of the POS terminals that were used in Nigeria were what? Money Point POS. But it wasn't known as Money Point then, it was known as Team Out. Money Point came when they rebranded and wanted to go into the banking sector, right? As a microfinance bank. So they changed from Team Act to what? Money Point. We found a local solution, we found a local problem, and we built solution for it. And today, Money Point is going to countries like England, India. They are having, they've spread across because they built the infrastructure that could handle such foreign workload. From local to what? Global. From local to what? Global. I'll tell you another story. We all know about Ezra that sold his company, Paystack, to Stripe, right? One day he has a friend abroad that needed to send money down to Nigeria, and he needed that money urgently. Some people need urgent 2K, other people need urgent 1 million. What is key is that the money needs to arrive urgently. So they talk about, I have tech skill. Let's build a solution to solve this what? Problem. What did they do? They started building something. Then if you are sending money through Money Points, it takes on average 2 weeks, that is, all things went well. 2 weeks, I sent you money today. I showed you evidence. I have sent you what? Money. You are waiting for how long? How long? If you pay vendor your money, after 3 days, you say, Shebi, you go online to post his face. Then, after what? 2 weeks, they began building a payment railway. And today, a lot of companies are what? Are using it. A local problem, but they solved it in a way that it had global what? Relevance. Take note for, I don't know if there are tech bros in the house. For those that are building solutions, right? Are building solutions. People don't care about the tech you use. They don't care about the what? Tech you use. Some people are more concerned, I want a website. I want an app. The people use it. Have someone gone to Play Store and see the graveyards of apps people are not using? Because nobody cares. If you are not solving any problem, will I use your product? Let me just say I'm a hairdresser, right? And I cannot make your hair. Do you know there are tailors in Nigeria that are sewing for people globally? I'm not even saying Nigeria, in Calabar, that are sewing for people where? Globally. Sewing for people in Australia, in UK, in US that want to wear Ankara wears. They are not foreigners, so they are what? Local. If you sew and you don't show your work online, will a foreigner see and say, I want it? If you hide your lights in your room, in your church, in your school, will someone in Lagos see an order from you? Will someone in Canada see an order from you? The compare said something. She said during her birthday they shared a picture, right? And I guess when they shared, they wrote something she used to do and attached to the picture. And somebody said, this fine girl, are you sure you can do this thing? She said, yes. He said, try me and see. And he tried out what? I hope you delivered 10 over what? 10. People don't care about the tech you use. Some people say, I cannot write if I'm not using so and so. I cannot shoot a video if I'm not using the latest gadget. I know video has come to matter. Do you know that people will watch you even if you are using the worst phone? It's recently VDM started doing real editing and attaching to his videos, true or false. When he started, he just with his singlet in his room, drinking his pure water, right? Very dirty background, it was reddish or so. But people listened because he was delivering what? Value. He was delivering what? Value. The technology does not what? Matter as much as you think. Value does what? Matters. Most times when we are teaching students how to do logo, I say forget about all these tools. Use your hand. Learn the foundation. Use your what? Draw the logo first. Use your phone. You can now snap it and use a tool and trace the what? Logo. That's original to you, true or false? People are saying, oh, it's hard to come up. No, it's not hard. It's that the technology you are using is not native to you. It's not what? Native to you. So what are the biggest mistakes people make when they are thinking of, oh, I want to go global, I want to build for a global audience? They don't understand the market. They don't understand the what? Do you know the way you position yourself online matters? Let's say you are going for some kind of gigs. There are how people on that are doing that gig snap picture. Who has noticed those in crypto? Do they show their face? But will people patronize them? Yes. In your industry, if people are showing your face, then you now went to go and carry a cartoon and put, they will pass you by. You must understand that what? You cannot go global if you don't understand the terrain. You want to be a writer, you cannot sit down and write. You don't know normal rules of writing first. All you know is how to use ChatGPT. Do you think you can compete on a global scale? What if you get a gig and they insist that you must write on your own? Will you be able to complete that gig? You must understand the what? You must understand the terrain. People focus on learning tools. People focus on chasing trends. People focus on copying products. Nigerians are very good at this. If they see that A is working, instead of them to go and think deeper, they just go ahead and what? Copy. When you copy, you become a clone. True or false? The best you can be is a what? A clone. When you copy, the best you can be is a what? A clone. People build random projects. Let me give you a cheat code. If you are really serious about getting global opportunity, first of all, tell yourself the companies you will not work for. Just identify 1 to 3 types of companies you will do what? Work for. Then now, anything you produce, be producing it as if you are producing it for that type of what? You will notice that a company along that fashion will come to you, right? They are speaking their what? But all of us, we are looking for foreign opportunities. So what do? Anywhere belle what? Face. If they say, oh, ide yeah, ide. That is where we want. That is where we are going. We don't have a focus. We don't have an identity. If I may ask, have you ever sat down and thought that, oh, these are the kind of people I only want to work with? Have you sat down to do that thought? To think about that? That, oh, I want to work with, I saw a man do an advert and he says he only wants to work with businesses that are making $5 million per year. So if you are not making that amount, don't come close. There are people that say, oh, if you are not making 10 million naira per month, I don't want to deal with you. There are people that say, oh, if you've not been in existence for 3 years as a business, I don't want to do business with what? If you are making that kind of filter, your standard will improve. True or false? You want to go global. What's your personal standard? What are you envisioning? Who is your preferred client? The work you are currently doing, what is in your portfolio, will it appeal to that what? Client. If you submit your work, I'm not talking about CV. If you submit your what? Your work, will that client look at it 2 times? Remember, what you should focus on is the problem. The what? What kind of problem is my preferred client having? Are you seeing? What kind of pain are they currently passing through? Are you building a vitamin or are you developing a painkiller? What you are doing, if the person sees it, will the person say, yes, I've been waiting for you. This is the person I'm waiting for. When you know that you've hit your preferred client, the client doesn't conduct interview, doesn't conduct what? There and then, they give you the what? The work. Most of the gigs I'm having now, right, is I'm on a call with someone, maybe the person, it's supposed to be an interview, but at the end of the call, the person said, don't worry, just come and do it. Let's stop the discussion here. I say, are you serious? He said, yes. Do you know why? During the call, I'm all about finding that your what? Your pain. I'm all about solving that what? Problem. I'm saying, okay, don't bother, let's find out the pain. Let's solve the pain. That's writing you're doing. Is it solving any pain for someone? Is it solving any what? Problem. Is it creating value? Is it creating what? What do you do online, sir? Eh? And what do you do? Email marketing. So he writes, right? He writes custom emails for companies that help them sell, help them convert, reduce churn rates. So, but